Hey guys, what's up?
Hi.
We're back again.
With Adam.
With Adam.
With Nick.
Same people, but we're back.
With Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone who looks just like Todd.
It's a clone. We're all clones.
I got a picture.
I was thinking
in my car,
hidden
actually.
twin in the basement, but you know, clones work.
Okay.
My house doesn't even have a basement.
No, it
As far
doesn't.
as I know.
No. Oh.
I have a paint roller.
All right, so the topic of this week's podcast. Todd, tell them. Because this is your thing. Tell them.
Paint rollers. And by paint rollers, I mean dinosaurs.
Because that completely works.
This
But
is
yes.
our dinosaur week. This actually points to the close of our dinosaur week.
Yeah, this is the last video. The last dinosaur video. Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Monday.
I was gonna do
Wednesday.
I was originally gonna do the abbreviations of Mondays, wins, but it sounds better to say the words.
Yeah.
No,
Monday,
Wednesdays.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Most likely arc.
Everything arc. All
Friday, Dino Podcast. I saw Jurassic World.
Without watching the previous movies. Have you seen Jurassic Park and all?
I've seen the
subsequent
first
movies?
one. I think I've seen the second one. I know I've seen the third one.
But you haven't seen Jurassic World.
No, I've not seen Jurassic
Okay.
World yet.
So you saw Jurassic World without seeing Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that aggravates me. But go ahead, continue.
First one I know for sure I've seen. What was the second one about?
The second one had Vince Vaughn in it, and remember they go back to the island. Jeff Goldblum goes back to the island,
Yeah, that's
you
the
know?
island, and then little
second
dinosaurs
island.
eat that little girl or something.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, they
yeah,
don't
I
eat her.
remember. They scared the hell out of her.
Yeah. Todd, continue.
It was a good movie.
Guys, I just want to go ahead and tell you that every time we have to film a podcast, we have to take Todd out of a mental institution.
Yes, every time. They luckily provide me with internet and a video gaming machine.
Hallelujah.
But yes, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Chris Pratt was great. The Raptors were entertaining. I wanted to yell at a bunch of people in the movie because how do you keep making the same mistake for 4 movies?
I think it boils down to one thing. Well, no, not one thing. 2 things. Several things when you get real with it. Ego and human ambition. And human curiosity. So 3
Also,
things.
so much could have been fixed if they just listened to the... I think the character's name was Owen. It's like, yeah, just get it with the machine gun and the helicopter. But no, they waited too long.
Yeah, they waited too long till it became rampant. And it was camouflageable. Speaking of which, spoilers if y'all didn't notice. Camouflageable, is that a word? Camouflageable?
Able to blend in with its surroundings.
Yeah, able to camouflage itself. I gotta look that up. Anyway, but it was a dinosaur. It was like a T-Rex, raptor. Later on in the movie, towards the end of the movie, you figure out that it's like half raptor. But it's huge. It's like T-Rex size. Or what's
Carnosaurs?
Carnotaurus?
Carnotaurus.
It was bigger than the
size.
T-Rex and longer than the T-Rex.
Was it
with
bigger than
longer
a T-Rex?
arms. Yes, it had longer arms too. It was like a mix of... It seemed like it had the size of a Spinosaur because it was longer than the T-Rex.
Yeah.
And it had better arms than the T-Rex.
Wait, so they mixed in dinosaurs?
Hold on. Everyone...
We're ruining this for Adam. I just realized this.
Hold on.
I have no idea what's going on.
Everyone be quiet. This is a spoiler warning. If you have not seen Jurassic World, please do not continue watching this video.
And I'm just screwed. All right.
I think we're a little late on that spoiler warning.
Oh, well,
You can move it to the beginning of the video. And Adam's okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop that.
I'm genuinely freaked
Please
out.
But yes, it's a ungodly creation that was way too deadly and dangerous, and they really should never have made it.
But I also think, because I am the poet of the group, I think that it's more about humanity always striving, because curiosity for humanity is so natural, and it's the foundation of who we are. And I think through these movies we see that, because curiosity always kills the cat in these movies. And I've never really known what that means.
But that's
I'm just
not
gonna use
even
that phrase.
That's not even the full phrase. The full phrase is curiosity.
Here we go, the full phrase.
Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. And dinosaurs eating people does not bring anyone back.
Well, yeah, it is. It's
Also-
bringing moviegoers back.
Also, Icarus, flew too close to the sun, got burnt.
That was a fable.
Tower of Babylon, was it?
Babylonia.
Babylon? You know, that didn't work out either.
Well, hey, we have Chinese thanks to that.
Racism.
No.
Anyways, all these stories of people trying to push too far, not knowing when to stop. That's why there's these, especially the Icarus one, that there's the saying of don't fly too close to the sun. And yet, but these movies, the best kind of movie would be one where they do everything right and it still goes wrong.
That would be
I don't know.
horrifying.
Exactly. All
That's
these stupid
the perfect
people.
horror movie.
That's why, like Jurassic World, like they do all these things wrong. It's like, of course this happens. If they did everything right and it still happened, now that would be a truly terrifying dinosaur.
But here's the question. I'm going to lay this philosophical question on you. If they do everything correctly, wouldn't theoretically everything turn out correctly?
Not if they did the wrong thing correctly.
But doing the wrong thing is not doing something correctly in the first place, is it not?
Unless it's for the movie's plot.
Well, yeah, because it's a movie.
Well, if creating the dinosaur was the wrong thing they did correctly, and they really did it way too correctly, I think it was way too powerful. And they did everything right, containing it and everything, and it still escaped, that's what I'm saying would be true terror.
Okay,
and by the
so-
way, the guy escapes with the embryos, so they're obviously setting up for a sequel.
Oh, yeah.
But that guy, that had the embryos, the Asian guy, he was in the original. He was the head lab tech. That's the guy I was talking about. I love that guy. I don't know his name, the actor's name, or the character's name. Hank, Henry, Harold, started with an H. One of those three. Great character. Great character development into this movie, I think. But going back to, humans doing stupid things, blah, 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 they never learn. That's how would we have progressed as a race, as a species, if we hadn't done stupid things numerous times and gotten ourselves killed numerous times?
Well, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying I think I would have enjoyed the movie more if they had done everything in their power to do it right and still it come down to it escaping and killing all those people.
And I think that also has to do with, American audiences, or North American audiences, not just American, but North American and European audiences, which are what these movies are largely marketed towards. There's a growing market to market movies towards China and Chinese audience, or Asian audiences in general now. But I think it all has to do with, your stereotypical American, Canadian, Mexican, European person, moviegoer is not going to go to a movie as described as such, where they do everything correctly, and then everything still goes bad. I mean, people like you and I would probably be interested in seeing that, but trying to convince an executive producer or somebody high up at Paramount or Warner Brothers or Fox, some huge movie studio, to greenlight a project like that's too far off of a concept for a movie
I guess
to
if
get
it was
backing.
more of a horror-focused movie rather than a thriller.
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
Also, I want to possibly... Do you want me to turn off the fan? Would that, mess with the audio too much?
That's too late.
I mean, we can still turn it off. We still got a good half or more of the podcast to go.
I'm kind of good with
Just,
fan because
just for consistency's sake, we're just gonna keep
All
going.
right. Well, let's move away from Jurassic World for a minute. The ARC Let's Play to this week is a big boost in footage because I record these very often, and once a week is not often enough because they're starting to pile up.
all of them.
They're starting to pile up, and so this was a good excuse to just dump a bunch of footage onto YouTube. And ARC's really popular right now, so that's good.
Plus, other than those facts that he just laid out, it's a great Let's Play to watch. It's a great game to play. If you don't necessarily like the Let's Plays, but you're still interested in the game itself and the dynamics, go and get the game. I mean,
plus it has Carlos.
Oh yeah, I remember Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos. How can you not remember Carlos?
My nephew says that Carlos is his favorite.
Carlos is my favorite too.
Because my nephew's like 3 years old. He loves anything dinosaur related, dragon related. So I let him sit in my lap while I played one day when I was watching him when my mom was busy. And he kept telling me, ride that one. He wanted me to ride Billy well, you'll learn who Billy is if he's not already out yet. I didn't have a saddle for him yet. And he wanted me to ride a couple dinosaurs I didn't have a saddle for. But then he said, ride that one. He pointed to Carlos. So I rode Carlos, and Carlos, the saddle for Carlos, Carlos is a giant turtle, because you haven't seen the series. And the way he walks on land is really wobbly, so you just wobble really fast back and forth like this way riding him, and he just got such a kick out of that. He said, that one's my favorite.
I love Carlos just because his attitude. He's so seemingly passive and pacifistic, but every time you've sicked him on another dinosaur or animal in general, he's always won out and just
has
fought.
so much help.
Like, it's ridiculous. Even in the beginning, though, he was that way. Before you upgraded his health, he was like just
Turtles in general just have a lot of health. They just are really slow and they don't do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you lose him a lot. You lose him.
He
a
always
lot,
comes
but,
back.
Yeah, exactly. Doggy always finds his way back home.
Unlike the
Fourth
dinos.
podcast in a row that mentions dog. Go ahead.
But yeah, Ark's really fun. I was disappointed because the dragon update did not come when they said it, when they hinted at it coming. It's gonna come later in the year or in next year, but that's okay. I still have a long way to go before I'm finished with the series. I have a lot of dinosaurs to tame, and it's getting a hassle just to feed them all at this point.
Yeah.
It's just a really fun game, honestly.
It is a really fun game, and I don't even play it. I just watch it and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I have to sit through
Hours and hours of footage.
hours and hours of footage just to produce what you guys see on the channel. I mean, it's, I enjoy watching Todd play games, always have. That's why I signed up for this. But, watching Todd collect berries, and if you haven't seen the game or seen the Let's Play, you'll understand what I'm talking about when you go watch it, and if you have, you know what I'm talking about. Watching him collect berries and chopping down wood is the most monotonous, boring thing, and not a single gaming YouTuber out there can make it interesting.
To be fair,
Not even PewDiePie.
To be fair, in the later episodes, past 5 or 6, I start cutting out. I literally pause the recording while I do those things to make it easier on Nick. But
Thankfully.
to his credit, originally, and if you add in all the time I've cut out for the newer ones I've recorded, every single episode that gets produced is between 2 and 3 hours of footage.
Every single one.
Now, the footage I'm giving him lately will be like 40 minutes to an hour long instead of 2.5 hours because I cut all the boring stuff out. But
Hallelujah. And then basically all I'm doing is I'm story editing. The previous episodes that have come out thus far, or that have come out previous to this week, were all me both story editing and just general clip editing. And story editing is when you edit together something to follow a story. Because Todd, bless his heart, goes on so many different tangents, it's kind of hard to story edit. But add on to that clip editing where you have to cut out these massive scenes of just nonsense and minutia. It makes it even harder. And this is so weird. What's going on?
I can't do it anymore.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
laughing too much.
This is so weird.
Let's move on. Let's do favorite dinosaurs since it's Dino Week. Let's start at Nick and move down the table.
Velociraptor. They are intelligent. Look, if the dinosaurs were not wiped off the face of the earth, according to the research that humanity has done thus far on the Velociraptor, they may be the ones ruling this planet. I mean, they were completely brilliant. They had the capability to communicate verbally and strategize and plan.
Didn't the recent like fossil finds and research find that not only were they feathered, but they were also about the size of a chicken, maybe bigger?
No, they were bigger.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Pretty sure Velociraptors were like 2 feet to 3 feet tall.
What chicken do you know that's
I said maybe bigger. I said they were like chickens. Look, they were feathered like chickens.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
But they
Giant
weren't as
chicken.
tall as they make them out in the movies.
No, but
That's why-
they're not as short as 2 feet.
That's why I will say that Ark does this right. They don't use Velociraptors. They use
What about-
Utahraptors.
Yeah.
Who are feathered at the claws, but not completely feathered. And they are about the size that movies make Velociraptors out to be.
But they weren't. They are not as intelligent, according to the studies that have been done thus far, as Velociraptors.
How did they determine how smart a Velociraptor was this long into this far into the future?
Well, they theorize, they strategize, because there have been several kill locations, and if there are any paleontologists out there, you can back me up on this. Adam.
Yeah, you know.
Adam. Anyway.
I missed whatever he was doing.
No, you didn't. It'll hit you here in a minute. Anyway, let's move on. Velociraptors surrounding a pack of velociraptors fossilized surrounding another specific type of dinosaur. Paleontologist conclusions that these velociraptors were killed right as they were feasting on their hunt, and that they coordinated to kill the hunt because the beast that they killed was much larger than their individual size. So that they collectivize, and I mean, there's so much that you can extrapolate from a fossil site, from a big site that I don't even know about because I'm not an authorized paleontologist. I have no idea, you know. But anyway, stuff like that, little tiny clues, and they extrapolate a lot. A lot of it's theory, but a lot of it is theory that's backed up with good evidence, really good evidence.
So they're kind of like piranhas, but on land.
You know, that's a very good analogy. They are like piranhas, but on land.
All right.
Before we move to Adam, are you timing this?
Yes.
Okay. Adam.
All right. My favorite is the Carnotaurus because he is spiky, fast, and huge.
Alrighty, well that was short and sweet.
Yes, and I mean the eyebrows, man. You gotta love the eyebrows.
It's Sheila.
Yeah,
They look
Sheila.
like horns.
I actually named my weapon in basic Sheila. We slept together.
I named my Carno an Ark, Sheila. We did not sleep together.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is like 3 times my size.
Sheilas are great in bed. Just saying.
Next time we do a podcast, remind me to bring either staples, stitches, or clothespins to just put on his lips.
So my favorite, that's a really tough one. If the dragon was out in Ark, I would say it, but it's not a dinosaur, so I can't say it. But I don't know, dragons are awesome. I'm torn between the Utahraptor and the carbon something or another that Carlos is.
Yeah.
I want to say Carlos just because he's brought me so much entertainment from Ark
He's got
alone.
spunk.
And he's just so like tough and useful, and I wish those kind of dinosaurs would get a little more show in movies, like the Jurassic movies, because like I would love to see like T-Rex try to take a bite out of something with Carlos like a spiky shell and just like pick it up and be like, what do I do with this? Just drop it and he's on his way. I've been saying that I need to tame 3 other turtles and name them and be like, these are the ancient giant dino turtles instead of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and go roam around and take down T-Rex with them.
Yeah.
But I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to say Carlos. Carlos is #1 dinosaur in my book.
Teenage
And-
Mutant
Here's to you,
Dino
Carlos.
Turtles. Teenage Mutant Dino Turtles.
It's ancient giant dino turtles.
Oh.
Thank you.
Ancient Dino.
Ancient giant dino turtles.
Ancient giant. What are we saying?
Ancient giant dino turtles. Ancient dino. I messed up.
Hey guys, this is Nick. Don't forget that there will be another podcast coming up within the year. It'll come out in the spring. Don't forget to tune in to our ARC episodes and other videos on this channel. We appreciate the views, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.